It's the ugly truck driver. How the flock are you? Well, been doing some thinking. Ooh, that's dangerous. Today is Super Bowl Sunday. Week or so, we're going to have the Olympics in Sochi. And I've been thinking, well, watch, the media's hyping all of this like right through the roof, And then, of course, they're talking about security. You can't tailgate at the Super Bowl. You can't bring your car in and go up to the gate. Sochi, we got the ring of steel because of the terrorists around the Olympic sites. You can't bring things in and out like we used to. It's a terrible thing that our world has come to this, that a few knuckleheads have ruined it for everybody else. But I was thinking, it's terrible, Skippy. What would happen if all these venues like the Super Bowl, Sochi, all the rest of these big concerts and stuff, if all of a sudden the American population, for that matter, the world population, decided to sit there and say, you know what? I'm not putting up with this crap. Screw it. I'm staying home. I'll watch it on TV. Can you imagine a Super Bowl in a venue where 80,000 seats are empty? Zero, zilts, nada, whatever. Those $4 million 30-second commercials had dropped to about $3.80 in a heartbeat. All the security stuff. Can you imagine pulling up outside of the Super Bowl up there in North Jersey, because it ain't friggin' New York, idiot. And the parking lot was empty, except for a few buses from the football teams. And you got 10,000 security people standing around playing with themselves because nobody showed up. It's like the old saying, what if they gave a party and nobody came? I'd love to see it, because it's getting to that point. I'll tell you what. I'm at the point now, we've got an entertainment center down here in Camden where a lot of people come because I like country music. A lot of country singers go down there and, play. But it's gotten so bad with the tickets. You buy a pit ticket for $79. By the time you pay the scalpers, it's like $400. Football ticket, Super Bowl, $2,000. God knows what you got in Sochi. But I'm at the point, you know what? Screw all this crap. Why in the hell should I subject myself to being frisked, being searched? You can't do this, you can't do that. Because they're scared of some idiot like Dzhokhar Shania at the Boston Marathon is liable to show up. I hate to say it, folks. The world, America, has become a bunch of pussies. I often wonder, back in the 16th, 17th, early 1800s, what America would be like if people from America never expanded westward into Indian territory, the unknown. We'd probably still be running around and King George would still have his thumb on our neck. But see, there was a few brave people that said, screw it, I'm taking a chance, and whatever happens, I'll defend myself. But see, here in America, we're not allowed to defend ourselves because we have crazies. The reason we have crazies is because there's no good guys there to stop the crazies. And it's not just here. Look at the Middle East. The only sane country I see in the Middle East is Israel. And I like their attitude. Screw with us, we're going to pound your butt in the ground. The world looks at America anymore as like the wussification of America. We got politicians with no spine and no backbone. We don't have any one of them. 535 idiots on Capitol Hill, the two in the White House, or the rest of the bureaucracies, to include the Department of Justice, the FBI, the NSA, the CIA, that'll sit there and say, you know what, this is America, you screw with us, we're going to do our best to put you in the ground. But yeah, I can see it coming. There's coming a day here, somewhere in the near future. People in America, people around the world, they're not going to go to these big events anymore. They're going to say, screw it, we'll just sit home and watch it on TV. I see it coming. And of course, the security anymore, while it is necessary after a fashion, has been militarized. They got no sense of humor. And what we used to call a peace officer in the 1700s, 1800s, and early 1900s is now a SWAT team. My, how far we have slid down the slope to stupidity, socialism, and everything else. See, the problem is everybody wants the other guy to take care of the business. Don't you think it's about time that we, as Americans, or even wherever else you are in the world, stood up and said, you know what? We have rules we live by. They're good and honest rules. Do me no harm, I'll do you no harm. But when these schmucks start up, we, as world citizens, need to sit there and get a hold of these terrorists, these idiots, these goofballs, these shooters, these bombers, or whatever else. Grab them by the throat and squeeze the living dog poop out of them till their eyes cross and they quit breathing. Whatever happened about self-determination, self-preservation? Have we turned into a bunch of wussies anymore? We let the government do it all? What was it Ronald Reagan said? Government is the problem, not the solution. Yep. So while y'all sitting there at the Super Bowl or at Sochi or any other big event with all the security around it and you can't take anything in, I mean, shoot, can't even tailgate this year's Super Bowl up there in North Jersey. Try that down here in South Philly with the Eagles. You'll have a revolution going on. Tailgating's part of the game. We sit there and fry burgers, dogs, links, chicken, drink beer, get silly, and then go watch the game because they're the 13th player. Yeah. Anyhow, just something to think about. Just imagine a Super Bowl event or an Olympic event and nobody showed. Just thinking out loud. Chew on it for a while. See what you think. Later.